Multiplying and dividing directed numbers. We're going to fall back on our good old friend patterns, or friends patterns, to work this out. So we're starting another pattern here. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3, and we get down to 3 times 0 is 0. Now, each time I decrease the second number by 1, like I'm there, what is happening to the answer? As we go down there, 9 to 6 to 3, it's decreasing by 3. So this answer must be negative 3. And 3 times negative 2, 3 less than 8, it must be negative 6. So look, yeah, multiply a positive and a negative, you get a negative answer. Interesting. What about starting off with a negative number, like negative 2? We'll multiply that by 3. Now, we learned a moment ago that that's got to be negative 6. And negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. There's the negative number. I left it out, didn't I? Okay, so we're doing the same thing, dropping that second number down and having a look at what happens to the answer. It's got to be negative 2 there. So we'll get to negative 2 times 0. That'll be 0. And now we're going to get into the situation of multiplying a negative by a negative. So let's have a look at what the pattern is telling us. The answer is getting bigger by 2. So look, bigger by 2 again. A negative times a negative gives you a positive. Now let's try and use this concept of patterns on division. It's not as easy to understand because the pattern is a bit strange. So here are our first three answers. They're all pretty obvious. Now, in mathematics, you cannot divide by 0. It's undefined, so there is no answer to that. But we're still using the pattern of dropping our second number down by 1, so there we go. 8 divided by negative 1. What is happening to the answers there? There's actually a symmetry to this. We know this has got to be something to do with 8, this answer. Something to do with 8. And it is actually negative 8. And here's the symmetry. This will be divided by negative 2. That will be negative 4. Looking at the pattern above, and divided by negative 4, this will be negative 2. So it's not as easy to see the pattern, but that is the correct result. And we'll go through the situation again, starting off with a negative number. So negative 6 divided by 3. Well, we've just realised that's negative 2 from our previous examples. So when we divide by 2, we will get the answer negative 3. Divide negative 6 by 1. See how we're dropping down that second number each time? That's got to be negative 6 from what we've just discovered a moment ago. And here we cannot get an answer to this. It's undefined. Now we're dropping down and we're dividing a negative by a negative. And this pattern is based on symmetry. There is a symmetrical nature to the pattern. Look what's happening there. We know this answer has to have something to do with 6, and it is actually positive 6. So dividing by negative 2 will give us a positive 3. Dividing by negative 6, or negative 3, sorry, will give us a positive 2. So there, the divisions are harder to understand. The multiplications are pretty straightforward. But look what happened here with multiplications. When the signs are different, you get a negative answer. Here, over in division, when the signs are different, you get a negative answer. So it's the same rule, multiplication or division. Different signs give you a negative answer. Look at the same sign. You get a positive answer when multiplying. What about dividing? Same sign. Positive answer. So basically what we want to do is to summarise these findings into a couple of easy to use rules. And the first one is, as we said in orange there, different signs give a negative answer. You need again to commit this to memory. You don't want to have to keep relying on patterns to help figure out what's going on. Then, I haven't quite used the same colour, have I? Should have used green there. Same signs give a positive answer. So there you have it. Different signs, negative answer, same signs, positive answer. Learn them off by heart.